I'm 30 years old. I'm not married, but I'm not single. Yeah, I work for NGOs as a consultant. I mainly do youth development and business development. When I was 13, my dad had just lost his job and we were really struggling. He was just struggling to take us to school, struggling to make ends meet. And he had lost everything. We had lost everything. We had moved from not, like, our move was from not having 3 cars parked outside the door to living in a single room in Kibera overnight. My dad sold the last thing that he had. He had like an old engine of a car, if I remember, that was it. He sold an old engine of a car, and I remember he got something like 10,000 or 15,000, and it was enough to take me to school, because by then I was in class 7, and my dad thought, you have to go to school because next year you're sitting for exams and it's important for you to go to school. So my dad gave my uncle money to take me to school. He gave my uncle money because my uncle lived in Kisumu and I was in a boarding school in Kakamega. So it did make sense, instead of my parents who did not have money to take me all the way, for my uncle to go with me while he was going. So my uncle was given the money. My dad and my mom did some shopping for me and said, okay, fine, go. I thought that I would go to school. Then Sunday came, no one talked about taking me to school. Monday came and he didn't take me to school. And so the next Monday and the following Monday, and I started asking, okay, why am I not going to school? And no one told me why I wasn't going to school. He took the stuff, this little shopping that my parents had bought for me, they started using it in the house, and I ended up staying just in the house. And they started, because my uncle's first wife died. Now he had like another wife, and this wife had kids, and the whole just mixed families. I don't know. So they made me work in the house. All the kids went to school. I remained. They didn't allow me to leave, so that in case anybody saw me and found out that I wasn't going to school. So I had to work from morning to evening, take care of everybody, make sure everybody has gone to school. In other words, I was a maid for that whole year, and every time I tried to ask anything, they wouldn't tell me why I wasn't going to school. And it just kept getting worse. It moved from me working from morning to evening to me not even being able to sleep on a bed. They put me under some, like, the house had a stair, and I was sleeping like on the floor with. It was just bad. To sometimes I couldn't even eat. If I ate, it was an issue, and they would fight in between there. I started being abused sexually, so there was molestation, there was rape in between, and it was just, so for the whole year, it was just, I would say it was hell. Just moved from something to me going to school to me being a slave. And this was my family. At the end of the year, I remember those days thinking, can't my mom, like when April came and people are supposed to go back, I remember wondering, can't my mom, why are my parents not coming to pick me up? Why aren't they concerned that maybe something is happening to me? And now, on top of everything that I was going through, there was this anger towards my parents. Like, who does that to their children? You know, who leaves their children somewhere and doesn't remember that they exist? Or I really don't know. So I went for something a while back, and some professor said that we create laws to protect our values, and if we don't if we don't obey those laws and don't implement those laws, then it sort of questions what sort of values we have as a nation. And that's the thing that I'm worried about. I don't think that the justice system is the problem in Kenya. I sort of think that the value system is the problem.